weather's lovely up here, by the way. Anyway, so where I left off, I'd been I was sanding in the oil-based polyurethane. So I was doing that. I put quite a few coats on, then I put the shellac on, just wiping it on, sanding back and stuff. But I'm struggling. I usually use like about 500 or 600 grit paper. This sort of pink stuff that I get, it's a Norton thing. It's from Canada, but I'm really struggling to find the higher grits of this special anti-clog paper. All I can find is like the usual wet and dry stuff, but it's just crap in comparison. It just doesn't work the same. So I've got the guitar, I got all the grains all filled. It's all nice and smooth and flat and lovely. And then I've finished off with more poly on it, just really thin coats. And then I've bought this stuff now. This is binder, also known as intercoat. It's basically just clear base coat paint, clear, no colour whatsoever. And it's used basically for helping to bind coats together. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to spray this instead. I'm going to spray this on, and then I'm going to spray the matte clear on the top of that, which should work fine, because this will stick the matte clear to the poly. So yeah, I'm just chopping and changing my plans. I've also bought some, I bought a tub of this aqua coat grain filler stuff as well for the future build and things. So yeah, I'm just changing things up a bit really. Spraying wise, it's a bit tricky because I can't really spray outside. It's a bit too cold. So what I do is I basically just spray it out the front door and then go back in and hang it up in my little room with the heater on. So it's got a warm place to dry. So I will try and film a quick spraying of that, although it's tricky. But basically I'm going to put 2 or 3 coats of this on and then 3 coats of the matte clear, and it's all basically the same. So I'll go and set up and get a video of me just to show you what I do with spraying wise, how I do it. It's nothing tricky, but yeah, let's go and get set up. Like little fella's on the roof of the garage. Hello! What are you saying? He's an absolute head case of a cat, this one. Just watch the There he goes, look. Just follow me around. What are you saying? Look, I've got things to do, alright? I'll catch you in a bit. Right, let's go and get set up anyway. Right, so this one's been sitting for a few hours, but you have to be careful because it has only been sitting for a few hours. So just go gentle on it. I'm just giving it a quick, a very light dry going over with some 1500 grit paper, just to remove overspray really. Because what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go do this, and then I'm going to paint the cavities. Now for painting the cavities, I just use plain old black artist acrylic paint. And I make strange noises with the tube, as is my wont. Yeah, so just do that and then paint away. So I find that if I paint the cavities now and then spray, it just looks nicer overall. So yeah, anyway, let's crack on and paint these cavities. So for fret leveling now, the first thing I do is check the board, make sure it's nice and flat, which it is. So the next thing I'll do is I'll find the extra high bits and knock them out first. I'm hitting most of them, but not quite all. There's still some black marks. These are the low spots, so you got to keep going until all those black marks have disappeared. It could take a little while. 320 is quite a high grit, so it might take a bit longer, but that's okay. So always check them afterwards with the fret rocker after you're doing your sanding. You might find there's still one or two that are slightly high, so you can sort of take care of them before you go any further. Next thing I'm going to do is put some tape on the 12th fret. A couple of pieces, and I'll put some tape on the bottom of the beam as well. And then I'm going to focus my efforts on putting a fall away up this end. First of all, more black pen. So next up, I mask the board. Put a pen on, preferably on top of the frets if I can. Then we'll take a crowning file, safe edge down. There we go, hardly anything left of that now. Next one, I've been over them, crowning them. Just got to take some, it's just 400, piece of 400 grit paper, get it with my finger and just run up and down the board. Some people will use a fret rubber or whatever it's called. You basically, you're crowning them, you're kind of making these sort of angled edges, and then you just kind of felting around them back off again. So that's one bit ready. Next up, I've got these Hosco fret rubbers. I like using them. I find they're pretty good, so that's what I tend to use. That's me all the way up with the fret rubbers. Now it's on to, I'm using the Autosol sort of fine metal polish. Now we just use naphtha, aka lighter fluid. And let's the remnants of this polish up. Then you give this fretboard some lovely oil. I'm using the F1 stuff. Makes the fretboard go faster. Right, so that's that all cleaned and polished and looking lovely. In case anybody, well, eagle-eye viewers or youngsters, you might have noticed this is not a maple neck with a maple board. And you're correct. I had a change of plan. I've put these glow-in-the-dark fret markers on it and at the side. So yeah, this is actually, I just went, and I tried the other neck in it, and I like the look of the ebony instead. So I went sod it and just made another neck. So that's what this is, because the other one's sitting right here. See, just in case you're wondering, it is definitely another neck. Yeah. So that's been a good day. I've got both guitar bodies are sprayed, the cavity cover, etc. They're all done. The frets are all leveled, polished, blah blah blah, and everything. So I'm just going to combine both guitars into this one video, and I'm just going to cut this one here, just leave it quite short, and then when I come back with both guitars separately, because I'll be sort of giving them a rub over and then getting everything fitted and then trying them out and everything else. So yeah, they're quite long. They'll be quite long on their own, I think. So yeah, I'll cut this one here, keep it short and sweet, and yeah, so thanks for watching, and I'll see you all very soon. Cheers.